Today I want to talk to you about Power Pro fishing line and what are the differences between a lot of the popular styles. Well, Power Pro fishing line has been around for a while now, and they kind of re-evolved fishing line. It's been a big transition in the fishing industry for anglers to actually get more sensitivity, less stretch, and it was a big price bump when braided line came out. It was kind of a sticker shock, and it's kind of evolved now, and there's a few different types. And I think Power Pro fishing line is not just the #1 selling braid, but overall the #1 selling fishing line, period. Which is amazing, because you look back and it used to be all monofilament, then fluorocarbon came about, and then braid was just kind of, hidden in the darkness, and now like everyone is using braid in some form of fashion. I got 3 different ones here, and I want to kind of explain the differences because there is a price difference in all of these lines, and I think a lot of people probably have questions on, well, why is that line more expensive? It's all braid. Is that just a new label on that thing and they're jacking the price up? So to make this really simple and easy for everyone to understand, I'm going to use sort of their terminology that I kind of got from them talking with the professionals at Power Pro, and they kind of break it down into relating it into cars. So original Power Pro right here, this would be like your standard pickup truck or Jeep. It's a good all-around rugged piece of equipment that's going to just get the job done. It's not a Ferrari, it's not a race car, it's not super tuned, but it's going to get you down the road, it's going to get you through the rough country, and it's going to get those bass out of that cover. So that's the main thing about Power Pro, original Power Pro. It is a 4-strand, and it's a Spectra material, a tough raw material, and then when they form that with the machines, it just makes a tough overall braid. This is the cheapest one that they offer out of the line. It's not the smoothest or the best feeling. You can kind of feel the coarseness in it. But it's kind of like those mud tires on that truck. It just gets you through the rough stuff and get you back home. Now when we step over to Slick 8, this is a little bit higher performance line. If you were going to compare this to a car, it would be more like that Ferrari or Lamborghini. It's designed for more of a specific purpose. Good braid for getting maximum distance. It's quiet. It's really good at that. I'm going to use it for topwater, and I'm going to use it for finesse fishing, things I want to cast a long way, and I want it to be quiet. But not so much those mud tires. It's got more of those really high performance tires on it, and it's not as good around heavy cover and abrasion. Now the reason is the fibers on this, still a Spectra fiber, but it actually has 8 wraps on it, and the way it's wrapped in there with the material, it's more of a finer material. You think of like a blanket or a pillow that's like silk, and it kind of can snag when you got like a rough fingernail or something. That's kind of how this is. So when you start really fishing in around heavy grass, reeds, docks, things like that, it's not going to hold up as good or as long as original Power Pro, that rough, rugged, mud tire pickup truck. This is more of a high performance. You're going to get more distance on it. It is quieter through the guides, feels a lot slicker, a lot smoother. It almost feels like a monofilament line. It's so smooth, but it doesn't have that abrasion resistance that rough and original Power Pro does. Now we enter into Max Quattro, which is my new favorite braided fishing line. And one of the great things about it is it has that great durability that we all know and love from original Power Pro, but it's 25% thinner, which is huge because when a line is thinner, you're going to get more distance on that anyway. Even though that it is a little bit rougher than the Super Slick, it's wound tighter and it's thinner, which is going to give you more distance because you can downsize on your line. This opens up a whole new spectrum on saltwater anglers, fishermen using bigger reels, You can actually downsize a reel because you're going 25% thinner, get a more comfortable reel size. When you're talking about fishing heavy grass, it's really important to have that thin diameter. That cuts through the grass better. But the way you compare this one is like a high performance super truck right here. It's got those big rugged monster truck style tires, but it's got all the big engine performance that you want. So you're gonna get all sorts of distance on this. You're gonna get the abrasion resistance that you want. And it's just a compact, awesome fishing line that's got a really good raw material in it. It starts with that, and then it goes into the line. It's still a 4-strand. It's just wound tighter, and it's a better raw material, and that makes it just an amazing overall high performance abrasion resistant fishing line that's good from bass to all sorts of saltwater fish. You're gonna pay for it though. It is the highest priced out of all the lines that I just mentioned. If you're looking for that ultimate performance and getting the best of both worlds, this is it right here. So I hope this helped clear up any fogginess anyone had on the types of braided fishing lines that you see out there, and specifically Power Pro. I use all 3 of these for different purposes. As I mentioned, Max Quattro is my favorite, but all of them have their place in your tackle box, and you can find the right one that fits your style of fishing and your budget. So check them out. Go to your local retailer. If you haven't fished any braided line before, I highly recommend it because it has all the advantages of the low stretch, high sensitivity, and the abrasion resistance you're looking for. The only thing braided line doesn't have is the invisibility factor that fluorocarbon and monofilament somewhat has when it's under the water. That's really the only bad thing about braided lines, but I almost always use a leader at the end of my line, so I get the best of both worlds. So hope you guys learned something from this today. If you want to check out more fishing videos, you can check them out in the annotation links at the end of this video or in the description box below. And thanks for tuning in to LakeForkGuy Fishing TV, and we'll catch y'all next time.